Guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be episode 2 of the Girly Talk, and yeah, today's so episode 2 is going to more explain about the period and like the symptoms and like my advice of it. So I'm going to be telling you 8 kind of advice, kind of support things that might help you if you haven't started, or if you have started and you're like well, I don't really know what to do, then this will hopefully help you to do with that. Right, before I move on, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and turn on your post notifications so you're notified when I do my next video. Bam. And let's move on to the video. Okay, so the first one I think is so important. Like, when I first started, my aunt was like, you need to do this, you need to do that, and I just thought, and I remembered, and they helped me a lot, like a lot. This one I think is very important because you don't want it to be dirty underneath. So my thing would be to use a different towel for your underneath parts to your body and your hair, blah 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 blah, because honestly it helps so much. Now I use a different towel to my body, right? So I use a towel for my body, a towel for my hair, and a towel for my underneath parts when I dry myself, and I think it just helps so much. Like, I don't know whether or not your parents have told you this, but you don't want to, like, you want it to be nice and clean. And yeah, also, like, adding on to number 1, when you're wiping yourself, you don't wipe forward, you wipe backwards. So you don't wipe forward, you wipe backwards. That's a really important statement that you need to know about your period and how you wipe yourself. So yeah, on to the next one. The next one ain't as important, but you kind of want to keep your pH level quite equal. So the next one is to not use scented soap and not to use perfume there. You can use it on your body, but just don't spray it in that specific place, because it don't make it smell any better, if I'm gonna be honest, because it's mixed smells and it just makes it smell even worse. If I'm being honest, my advice would be to clean yourself, to like give yourself a little wash or something, because, well, don't use a scented soap, number 1, because it makes you smell even worse. If I would do, I'd like use an unscented Dove kind of soap, bar soap. I don't use shower gel either. I only use bar soap, and I definitely don't use like scented. So yeah, that's really important. And also perfume, like that don't make it smell any better. When I was younger, I used to use perfume all the time, and I'd come home and my aunt would say, oh, you smell blah 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 blah. Your natural odour is quite a weird smell, so if you keep washing yourself, also have a shower twice a day. Don't be having a shower like at night time. If anything, you should have it once a day. Do it in the morning before you go to school or before you go work, because you sleep, you get sweaty, you get smelly, and you don't want smelling in school or in work, because people can be like, ooh, you don't shower. So my advice would be to have 2 showers a day, one in the morning, one in the night, and then when you wake up, one in the morning, one in the night, because it just makes you feel better about yourself as well, and make you feel comfortable, so you know people ain't gonna sit there saying, oh, you smell. So yeah, also with the perfume, you can like spray it on your body, but yeah, I thought, I don't know if I've said that fact or not, so yeah. Right, this is quite an important one for me, is even if you don't bleed heavily, change your pad more than twice a day. It is so important to change your pad, because it just won't keep you clean. So if I were you, bring a pack to school like every single day. So like if you have like leftovers, then that's fine. Every time you go to the toilet, change your pad, because you just don't want to be smelling. And maybe have some wipes or something, I don't know, not scented though. It's just really important to change pad at least more than twice a day. Like, I cannot brag enough about that. Well, it makes me feel horrible, because I'm just like, well, I change my pad like 5 times a day. So yeah, in school I would do it at break, I'd do it at lunch, I'd do it before I go to school, then break, lunch, before I get home, before I, like, so after school, then when I get, not straight away when I get home, but after dinner or something, then before I go to sleep, I'd kind of get a pad, a night pad, and I'd wear it when I wake up in the morning, shower, blah 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 blah. So yeah, I cannot brag about this enough. It's so important. Right, the next one. I always do this one. I don't know why, but I've stopped myself lately. But before, I used to always do it. I don't know why. So, So my next one is to not wear white underwear. I cannot brag about this enough either. Like, white underwear is pretty much wearing a white cloth with blood, and if you was to leak through, it wouldn't be nice. If you was to leak through too, if you were to wear white underwear, and if you was to clean the white underwear, like when you clean it, don't put it in the washing machine, don't put scented stuff in it. I clean it by hand, so I use soap over it, and I do it by hand, and it comes out, most of the stain comes out, because I'm just like, okay, like, my family's done it for absolutely ages, and it works. It makes you smell much better, look much better, feel much better. Next one is to feel comfortable with whatever you're wearing. So whether or not you wear tampons, I wear always pads. They're pretty easy to put on. So they go on your knickers. It comes like this. You open it. I'm wearing mine literally right now, and it comes out like this. Then you know you put it in your knickers and that. If you don't know how to do it and that, and you've like come on, my advice is tell your parents, and your parents will show you everything. But most usual people would tell their parents, like the parents that give their children the talk at the age of 9, because that's the age that you can start at, or 8, unless you don't already know. But I feel like you need to feel comfortable, even with your underwear. Feel comfortable. You don't want to be sitting around in underwear like, oh, I don't feel comfortable. No, feel comfortable in what you're wearing. If your mates are wearing tampons, you don't have to wear tampons. You can wear pads. Like, pads are so much more comfortable in my eyes. That's why. This is for my school bag. I keep it in my school bag. I even wear these ones at night, because they're sensitive night ones. I wear them at night as well, so you don't have to keep changing and buying new ones and that. So yeah, they're much more comfortable than tampons in my eye. But even me saying that, you can feel comfortable with tampons too. So it's up to you. It's not up to anyone else. Adding on to that though, your parents might not like the fact that you wear tampons, due to the fact that the way they go in, like the way you wear them, like, because it's quite uncomfortable to talk about, but the way you have to wear them is not really ideal for you to wear them unless you have lost your virginity, because, you know, yeah, I don't wear tampons, just putting it out there. The next one is right, I cannot stress enough about this, but to not stress yourself out, because honestly, you have a question, you can ask anyone. You can even ask me down the side in the comments, and I'll comment straight back onto your comments. I check my comments all the time, even though most of the time I don't ever have any. I check them all the time. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Go ask your parents, you can ask teachers, you can ask your nan, you can ask your aunt, you can ask your older sister, or even your younger sister. Sometimes your younger sister starts before you. So yeah, it's all right. Like, next one is to wear PJ bottoms, or at least wear underwear. Like, never go to bed, if you're on your period, never go to bed without underwear. You have to wear a pad. You don't want it leaking all on your bed sheets. No thank you. I wear PJ bottoms because I feel like it's more safe to wear PJ bottoms instead of knickers, because you can have that little leak and it's done for, you're done for. Yeah, I really advise you to wear PJ bottoms. Even if you don't wear a PJ top, like, wear PJ bottoms. Honestly, it makes you feel comfortable as well. Last but not least is, even though I said about not stressing out, if you kind of feel like it's a bit weird and you're going a bit and it's to the point where you can't get out of bed, like literally you physically can't get out of bed, talk to your parents, get a doctor's appointment, speak to the doctor. Don't go straight to the doctor if you're having a little bit of cramps, because that's part of the symptoms. You're gonna have cramps. you're gonna feel a bit ill in yourself. You're gonna feel a bit, oh, I don't want to move and that, but you can physically move, unless it's to the point where, oh, there's something wrong and you need to see a doctor quite soon in my eyes. So now we're going to talk about symptoms, which are quite important because you need to look out for those symptoms. I'm going to be talking about my symptoms. I have a lot of symptoms. The first symptom that I usually start to feel is I get very peckish, so I want to eat a lot, like mainly chocolate, yogurt, bread, jam, chocolate spread, cup of tea. I always get peckish at food, so like in the night I pretty much have a midnight feast. Like, it feels so weird. That's my first symptom. The next symptom is cramps. A lot of people get cramps. I've got cramps right now because of, you know, I'm on whatever. You get a lot of cramp in your stomach right here, right down there, just above your underneath part. It's normal to get cramps unless it's to the point where, as I say, you can't get out of bed. That's not normal. It's normal to get cramps. It's like you're going through the cycle. It's normal, very, very normal. The next one is mood swings. I get this a lot. Sometimes I'm moody, sometimes I'm jolly, running around the house, skipping and that, and then sometimes I can get really moody and aggy and that. It's just not like, it's kind of a bit like bipolar, but it's like you're going through your period. So yeah, I'd watch out for your mood swings, and your parents will watch out for you with your mood swings if you're up to that age where, oh, you're meant to be starting it soon, okay? The next thing I get a lot, and some people might find it disgusting, I get a lot of acne on my face and on my back. So I don't get that much on my face, but I get quite a bit on my back. It's like you get those little spots, ain't as if like they're yellow heads and black heads. It's like little spots like all over you. It's normal. Just put a bit of cream on it. It's normal to get spots when you have your period. It's like a part of the cycle. Symptoms. The next one is aches. So you can get headaches, backaches, belly aches, any kind of ache in yourself. It's normal to get like aches. Like, you're going through the cycle, you'll be fine. You're not dying and anything. The last but not least one is diarrhea or constipation. Some people get diarrhea, some people get constipation. I don't really get diarrhea or constipation. I kind of feel normal. Like, yesterday I started it again and I was in school and I was in PE and I came home and I didn't actually realise I started because I didn't really feel none of my symptoms. And I came home and I looked at my shorts and I was like, I started. Oh no, get a pad quickly. It's normal to get diarrhea or constipation. Most people do get it. If you don't get it, that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just one of the symptoms that could come up. Now that I've finished all the advice and the symptoms, if you have any other questions that you would like to ask me in the comments, do so. I will answer them quite honestly. Even though I won't try and worry you, I'd answer them quite honestly because I'm an honest person. And yeah, I don't think there's much more to say. If you have any worries, make sure you speak to your mum mostly. Some people do go to their fathers first, but I went to my mum first because I feel like, well, she's a lady, she's going through it. Yeah, and she was very, very, very comfortable in those type of talks, and you feel like you're more safe with her, or maybe your older sister, I don't know, a woman in the house that you can trust. Right, thank you for watching my video. Comment down below what episode 3 should be. I don't really know what I'm going to do for episode 3, but comment down below what you reckon episode 3 should be. I don't know what I'm going to do for episode 3, but we'll see what you comment. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, and until the next video, bye.